Hi, welcome to everyone who's joined us this evening. I am Jules and I'm the team leader for Tauranga, and we have collaborated tonight with some other consultants in Auckland and Waihi. So welcome. I'd love to know what's brought you along this evening and also what you'd like to get out of watching tonight's virtual. Let us know in the chat so we can see what it's all about and how we can help you tonight. So to start off, I'm just going to share a little video with you guys. Bear with me a minute.
Fresh homemade meals, but short on time. Want to create restaurant quality dishes you're proud to share? Meet the all-new TM7, your personal kitchen assistant that lets you share your love like never before.
We might need to start again.
Sleek new design, larger display, and open cooking mode.
I'm getting
the TM7 takes cooking to the next level. Explore over 100.
So just stop sharing your screen for a sec. Hey team, we love technology in this business, and we're just going to pivot slightly and find where we need to be. So Julesy, just unshare. And then we'll find the right screen that we need to have up for you. So all we can
Sorry, can you see that now?
No, we can just see your tab that says content.
Okay.
Which is great.
Sharing all my content secrets here.
If you want to know what Jules is going to be up to in her socials this month, there's a great insight there.
Can you see my screen now?
No.
Ah.
I wonder if you just unshare for a second or stop sharing and try and go back in.
I think what has happened is it's shared across two different windows.
Okay, that's all right. We will pause and see what happens.
Is that it?
Right,
No.
so now we just see that content tab. So if you just minimize or click where you want us to be.
Okay.
So while we are finding where we need to be, like Jules said earlier, I'd love to know who's invited you on tonight. If you can just pop that in the chat box, that would be great, because we'd love to send you back to the right person. And also, do you have a Thermomix currently? Are you looking for some more inspiration? Are you looking to get a Thermomix on your bench, or maybe even joining the team? Let us know, because we would love to know how we can support you in the best way possible tonight. And any questions you've got, we will be sharing them through as we go. Do you want me to try and pull up a video, Jules?
I've got it. I just don't know how to make it full screen and navigate the sharing.
Okay, hold on. Let me find where we need to.
Okay, I think I've got it.
Yeah.
Make meals, but short on time. Want to create restaurant quality dishes you're proud to share? Meet the all-new TM7, your personal kitchen assistant that lets you share your love like never before. With its sleek new design, larger display, and open cooking mode, the TM7 takes cooking to the next level. Explore over 100,000 recipes on Cookie-Doo with step-by-step guidance for perfect results every time. Enjoy a customizable experience with a TM7 that's tailored to you. It adapts to your preferences and remembers your favorites. The precision scale weighs ingredients to the gram as you add them. Its versatile blade chops, mixes, and grinds with its full power. The classic manual mode lets you control time, temperature, speed, and blade rotation direction for endless possibilities. Prepare entire meals effortlessly with multi-level cooking. while its even quieter motor lets you cook without disturbing precious moments in the newly designed space-optimized Varoma, thanks to the steaming mode. Enhance flavors with the new browning mode, perfect for caramelizing onions or searing meat. Experience seamless cooking with Bluetooth connectivity. And enjoy peace of mind with a new heat-insulated bowl. From delicious soups and everyday meals to delicate desserts, the TM7 helps you express your culinary love language. So why wait? It's time for the all-new TM7. Thermomix, like never before.
I'm vegan now.
Oh, I'm not vegan, by the way.
Order in the morning, save the day by dinner with our same-day online orders. You're wonderful
Sorry,
in the world.
that is that. Sorry about that. That's my first time hosting a virtual, so I'm bound to have made mistakes. So yeah, we're gonna start off with a cook first, and I just want to introduce you to our amazing consultant, Jodie. I'm just gonna share the screen with her.
Hi.
Hey Jodie, do you want to tell us a little bit about you in a nutshell? Whereabouts you're based and what made you join as a consultant?
My name is Jodie. I am based at Waihi Beach, which is amazing. I have a little family, so my husband and I, and we have a 2-year-old. I actually brought my first Thermomix 5 years ago, so the TM6, and I absolutely loved it. I talk about it all the time and tell everyone about how amazing this machine is. And a lady said to me, there isn't a rep down there at the moment, and I think you are someone that could really do well with selling these. So I thought, why not give it a go? And it happened to be just as the 7 was coming out. So I found a whole new love for this machine again now. And it's amazing because I've been able to cook Gus everything from when he started learning to eat to now. And obviously I already cooked for our household, and it also makes really delicious cocktails. So that's me.
I love that. And what are you making for us tonight, sweets?
Tonight I'm making the delicious 3-cheese spinach scroll.
All right, let's get going.
Perfect. So we're going to bring that one up and let's kick off. Because first what we're going to do is we are going to make our mix that goes inside. So we're going to line our baking tray, and for that I thought I'd bring out the new gold roast pans, which are just absolutely beautiful. Pop that there. Here. This is my first time doing one of these demos as well, so bear with me. We'll line it.
So beautiful rose gold tray. It also comes with a matching lid as well. And this is one of our current host gifts this month. And so if you have a few people on here tonight, you might be the lucky owner of one of these if you choose.
See what, they're heavy, like there's weight to them. They're gorgeous too. I don't know if I'm the only household, but does anyone else have like a cheese container in their house? So at the moment we've got a random mix of what's in here. So that's the cool thing about Thermomix, is that you can kind of put whatever you want in there as well. So this one's just asked for some mixes of cheese, and at the moment we've got some Edam. And as the team was saying before, we've got our scales already attached, which is amazing. We're going to do 200 grams of a mix of cheese. So there's some Edam. We've got some Parmesan I need to use up. We'll throw that one in. And we've got some cheese from a pizza night, some mozzarella, so we'll throw that one in as well. So no waste when it comes to the Thermomix.
I love the idea of mixing cheeses together.
I feel like you get lots more flavour.
Definitely.
Get some stringiness from the mozzarella and some good stuff from the Parmesan. I also love how it ticks it off now when you hit the right weight. All right, and we're going to grate that up.
How long does that take to grate the cheese?
She'll be on mute because
Perfect.
she's being so powerful. How long was that, Jodie, for you to grate that just now?
I think 5 seconds.
Awesome.
Wow.
Like, what's that, you know?
Mm.
And I haven't had to get out a grater, make a mess, lose some fingernails or some skin off my fingers when I'm grating. If anyone else does that. And this is how awesome and fine it looks. Hopefully you
Wow.
guys can see that. What you can't smell is the goodness of cheese. I love cheese.
Do you ever grate it and store it in the fridge?
Oh, I have done that. Yep. Or the other thing you can do is throw it in the freezer if you're not going to even use it so quickly.
Great.
So you can freeze cheese as well.
Nice.
So, and then I find when I grate it, because it doesn't last as long because it's fresh, if you get the stuff in store, a lot of the time it's got a coating on it, but you don't get that. But I did buy a grated here was because we were in our caravan and I didn't have my Thermomix with me, so because we weren't at a powered site. Otherwise, I do take this with us in the caravan as well. I don't know if that's cheating camping with a Thermomix, but
I
all
think
right,
that's the only way to camp these days, isn't it? Why wouldn't you?
absolutely. If you know me, I'm a glamper, not a camper. So spinach. Sometimes I use different veggies from our garden as well. We're just in the midst of starting the veggie garden at the moment, so perfect. And this one's going to give us 3 seconds to chop up our spinach.
So, Jules, what do you do with 3 seconds of free time these days?
I would probably scroll my phone. No, I would actually get the next ingredients out ready to go.
All chopped, and I'm going to pop that in with my cheese.
So,
Does it go in the same bowl as the cheese?
Yes.
Perfect.
One thing about Thermomix is it limits the dishes you use, and I love that because I am not someone, if you ask my husband, that leaves a tidy kitchen. He calls me the tornado. Whereas with the Thermomix, I don't have to worry about that because it's all done in the same thing. Perfect. Now, without even having to clean in between, we are just going to start our dough.
Perfect.
So water. Next, our yeast. I find as a little tip or trick, the little packets of yeast. I find when I buy them in the jar, by the time I get halfway down, it stops being as active as it was before. Whereas if I get them in these, they stay active all the time, which is really handy.
And they have quite a good shelf life, don't they? Like about a year.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And these ones I always find my bread rises because it's always fresh.
Yeah.
So can't ask for anything more. So 2 teaspoons of our yeast. Here we go. Olive oil. 20 grams of that. Close. And some sea salt. Just to taste.
So did you put in cold water or warm water?
Just cold water, so the Thermomix will heat that up for me.
Oh, perfect.
So, which, again, another bonus. So this time now we're going to be warming it. So for 2 minutes, that'll warm that up to 37 while it's stirring it to get that yeast activated.
Awesome. We're just going to pop over to Tamara now.
Hey, how's it going? I am here with one of my beautiful junior team leaders, Christa, as well. She is. Yes, she is. And so we're going to be collabing on a couple of different machines tonight, but I'm going to kick us off with a layered meal because I think it's really important to see just how far you can stretch your Thermomix to cook for multiple people. So we'll be doing steamed vegetables. We'll also be doing some steamed chicken and also making a sauce and a soup. How good. So you've got your entree and main situation going on all at the same time, which is pretty cool. The recipe is called the chicken velouté meal. And those that haven't seen a Thermomix before, scrolling down, you can see the recipe ingredients before you even get started. So you can pull that all out, get ready to go. And for me, I love saving time. And as you can see throughout the recipes, we can also preview going forward as well. It'll also show you the steps involved. It'll show you how many portions. If you're into nutritional information as well, that's all located at the bottom. And then it'll also give you recommendations for similar recipes too. So if you're like me and just want to get on with it, we're just going to press start. And we've popped in, it says a garlic clove, but who does 1 clove of garlic these days? We've gone for 2, I know. So we can tick that off. And then with our liquids and things that we weigh, you can see the scales automatically come up and we're looking for 30 grams of olive oil. Now it's going to register when the bowl has reached that temperature, that weight, and it will tick off that step for us and do a little ding. So you can just go next into the recipe. Nice and easy. Popping our lid on here, and there's a magnet system, so it reads when your lid is on. You can use open cooking with the TM7, and that's the great benefits of this technology. 3 seconds to chop garlic. Here we go. Alrighty, so using one of our other beautiful spatulas from the mix shop, because you can never have too many spatulas, we're just going to scrape all of that garlic down in the bowl, because what we're going to do is just give that a quick saute. Now, think a saute like your frying pan on your stove top, slow, releasing the colors, the aromas, the flavors, but it's all contained. So once upon a time when maybe your house was smelling like garlic and onions, it's all in the one machine, nice and easy. So I think we're going to cross back over to Jodie now, and we'll see you real soon when our onions are sauteed.
Hey, welcome back. All right, so that is gone. We've got the yeast all activated. Next is asking us to add some flour. And so with this one, we need 500 to 520. I'm getting flour everywhere, but again, the tornado has been in the room. The other thing the other day was I'd run out of flour. It sounds really silly. So I milled some, which is absolutely insane. And I've done it with icing sugar as well. So
I love that. What did you use to mill it into flour?
I actually went to Bin and I brought it. They were called, hold on. I put them somewhere. It was stuff to make flour, like little seeds. And it whizzed it up into flour. And I had this gorgeous amount of flour ready to roll. I will find
Amazing.
them in the next break and I'll show you.
Is it the whole wheat?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the bags at Bin, super cheap.
Mm.
Like, I wish I'd been able to get access to that when we were all in lockdown, because I wouldn't have had to worry about the shortage that we had in Waihi of flour. All right, guys. I'm just going to mix this one up. 5 seconds. That'll mix all our flour in with our yeast and flour.
Nice. We're going to jump back to Tamara again.
Hey team, I know you can't really see my screen, but that's okay because your TM7 is on the way, and so you'll be able to get a really good view of your TM7 up and close. I've been able to jump out of this recipe while I've been in it as well, but like I mentioned earlier, we can scroll down with that flexibility of Cookie Dough built into the machine and see what our next steps are. So if I had pre-prepared my onions, I could be sitting there with the chopping board, peeling and chopping them, getting them prepared. And then I would know I'd have another 4.5 minutes of hands-free time coming up. So maybe that's enough time for me to go and run to the, washing machine, put a load on or take a load out, or vacuum around the house super quickly before I need to get the other ingredients ready. So the time saving available is just incredible. And you've got a wee timer on here. that is making sure that your products don't overcook or overboil. So who can think of a time where you were cooking rice or even pasta and maybe you've left it a little bit long and you've come back and the water's evaporated or it's boiled over from all that starch. Alrighty. So you can hear that sizzle if you're in the room, but you can also see how it's cooking in the bowl too. And if I wanted to finish the rest of this recipe in an open cooking, I could jump back out into my modes and do that as well. So following the beautiful steps, we're going in now with 200 grams of onion and just quartered, peeled and quartered. Nothing crazy. Say you've got a red onion, say you've got shallots, say you've got leek and you don't want to use onion. You are in control of your own computer recipe. So that's all I've had to do, team. One simple step and I can go back and do what I'd like to do with my life. 4.5 minutes at 160 degrees on another gentle saute. We'll see you back in 4.5 minutes.
Hey, back to Jodie.
Next, we're just going to, for 1 minute, knead our flour and yeast. And I found what I was talking about, big bag of wheat. And I literally just milled this into flour.
Amazing. So does it only take 1 minute to knead that dough?
Yes. Incredible,
Wow.
right?
Yeah, that's so good.
And then we will let it rise.
What
And I've got a
else?
couple of, sorry,
Oh, what else could you make with that dough?
pizzas, massive favorite in our house. I'm all about getting a bit of spinach into the kids. But Vegemite scrolls,
Oh,
they
yeah.
used to be a favorite of mine at Baker's Delight. I can make them at home now, which is probably dangerous, but absolutely delicious. And the good thing I've found with all the doughs that I've made is that you can freeze them. If you're not going to make a full batch, you can freeze what you have made, get it out, and then make it at a later date. If you've got guests coming around or something like that.
Mm-mm.
There we go, that magic. All right. So now what we'll do is we're going to take it out of the Thermomix. And I've got one of our silicone bread trays. These are a godsend. You don't need flour, you don't need anything on them to make them non-stick, which is fabulous. Another little tip or trick, take your Thermomix off. You're going to flip it upside down. We're going to use our handy dandy spatula. Pop it onto here and give it a twist. And if I'm not telling any lies, yeah, there we go. We should get a nice big, beautiful ball of dough from inside. Pretty much clean in there.
Cool. Do you want to show us what you can do with the rest of that dough in the bowl? The turbo mode?
Oh, to get it
Yeah.
out. I'm thinking there's
Yeah,
not that
yeah,
much to say. You
sorry.
can't make anything. How about we start that again? So what I can do, jump out, and we're going to go into manual mode. We'll pop our lid back on. This is a great trick. Sorry, I didn't even think of this. Press our turbo. So manual mode is where we get to choose what we want to do. I always find one's a good one to have a check. We press play for 1 second. That spare dough is now around the outside, so nothing will go to waste because I can scrape that all in to my bowl here. To my
Perfect.
bowl. Another tip, always make sure you're going, when you're scooping inside, you're going with the bit that is blunt on the blade to look after your spatula, not where it's got the sharp edging. There we go. Awesome.
Cool. So what are you going to do with the dough now?
So now what we're going to do is I'm going to jump back into my recipe and we're going to transfer the dough onto a silicone bread mat. Floured, we don't have to flour it with these, which is fabulous, but work it into a nice ball. Gosh, you can tell I'm not a baker. Get a nice looking ball there. Next, and then we're going to wrap it in our silicone bread mat. It's handy dandy. And another little trick, if you don't have a hot water cupboard, because a lot of people don't nowadays, is grab one of the thermoservers, fill it with hot water so it's nice and warm. Then tip out the hot water. Be mindful of your fingers. Get them nice dry. And you can't feel it, but in here right now is so nice and warm. I can pop my bread, oh, not bread yet, but pop my dough into here. Pop my lid on. Bit of wipe as well. Here we go. Next. And now we're going to leave it for about 30 minutes to rise.
Amazing. We're going to jump over to Tamara now, see where she's at.
Okay, we've been sauteing onions. It smells beautiful in here. If you're one of those people that does like the smell of onions, when you first take that cap off, it's like an onion facial. So take that as you wish to do what you'd like. Speaking of your dough, Jodie, I just whipped up with your dough that you made earlier, one of our beautiful pizzas. So a lot of our recipes on Thermomix Cookie Dough, you can kind of take and make them your own, and we'll do that a little bit as we go through tonight. But imagine just having some spare pizza dough in the freezer. You've come home from a hard day of work. You don't want to be fluffing around doing things. You can just whip that out. You can make some bao buns by popping it in the barometer steam. You can do a quick pizza. You can do some scrolls. You can do some little pita pockets, like roti, all of that stuff with the one dough. It's amazing how many things we can do. So our onions have sauteed nicely. And depending on what recipe you're doing, it might take it a little bit further, so you can do things like your caramelized onion jams. But now we've just got that little bit of color on there. I'm going in now with some of our liquid gold, we call it. It's our vegetable stock paste. Now, if you have a Thermomix and you have not made this, you haven't lived, it takes all of your offcuts of your onions, your carrots, your celery, your herbs, your tomatoes, your zucchinis, and pops that all into a beautiful stock paste. It cooks out with a natural preservative of salt, and then you can keep that in a little container in the fridge. You can pop it in ice cubes and chuck it in the freezer, and every time you need stock, you've got a nice concentrated cube. Or you could dehydrate it if you're so well inclined, and then you've got vegetable stock in liquid form whenever you need it as well. Oh, sorry, yeah, dehydrated, correct. All right, we're going to go in now with our 500 grams of water. And this is our base of our soup for this recipe. So I know it's summer or coming into summer, but we have had a couple of dreary days. So being able to whip up a soup in no time at all, using whatever's going in the fridge as a base, it's just, why wouldn't you have a Thermomix on your bench? Okay, so we're going to add now another part of our Thermomix accessories. This comes with your TM7. This is your simmering basket. So great for steaming your grains, your rice, washing your veggies, cooking eggs if you like. That goes on top of our soup prep. And we've got leeks, 220 grams of leeks, and 370-ish grams of potatoes. So you can change that up in whatever flavor you'd like to do at the time. Then we're going to pop our lid on. Keeping in mind we don't add the lid cap, and we're going to introduce our aroma. Now this is just an incredible attachment to maximize your time, your space, your energy, and get more out of what you need to do with your life. So I've got some chicken on here. The recipe calls for chicken tenderloins. I've got chicken thighs. I've cut those into nice strips, topped it with some dill and a bit of salt and pepper. And that is going to be on the top. So see, we're simultaneously cooking here. We've got our soup base, we've got our veggies, and then we've also got our chicken steaming all in one. All we need to do now is sit and cook, and we can pretty much walk away, and we've got 17 minutes of hands-free time. And so because we've got 17 minutes of hands-free time, I'd like to introduce Christa here, because she's going to whip up a beautiful dish as well. What are you making today, Christa?
Hello. Should am I good here?
Yeah, I can move this back.
Okay.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Hello, I'm Christa. I've been a consultant for a couple of months and went to a cooking demonstration and absolutely love the machine. And I love the connection. I love just doing what we do tonight, is bringing people together and just enjoying food and have fun. So I'm going to do a banoffee muffin tonight. We are going to jazz up the recipe a bit because, yeah, we use the ingredients we have in the pantry. And yeah, so first we're going to start with, we've preheated the oven to 200 degrees, and we've lined our muffin tin. So to jazz up the recipe a bit, we are not going to make it in the muffin pan, but we're going to make it in a brownie pan. So I have smeared it with caramel condensed milk, which was also made in the machine. And I'm just going to melt some butter. So we have 125 grams of butter. So this is going to melt for 2 minutes, and then we're going to come back and do the rest of the batter.
Amazing. We're going to jump over to Jacqui now. Just unmute you. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My daughter had been in the shower this whole time, and now she comes out just when I'm about to come on. Okay, sorry, that's just throwing me a little bit.
Where are you based, Jacqui?
I'm based in Mount Maunganui, which is an amazing place to live. Feel very blessed. I've been a consultant just over a year now, and yeah, so I had the TM6. I had that for about 5 years, and I got that when my little girl was a baby. I thought I've got 2 older kids who are like 19 and 21, and I went back and had a baby just before I turned 40. So I was like, I'm not going through making and mashing baby food again. So the TM6 was such a godsend for that. Go to bed, darling. Yeah, so tonight I'm going to be making a fruit coulis. This recipe is cool because you can use any fresh fruit. I've tried it with berries before, but tonight I'm actually going to try doing it with some peaches they're actually just canned peaches. So I'm quite keen to see how that's going to work out. There's just 3 ingredients for this recipe. So I've got my peaches, and we've got freshly squeezed lemon juice, and then some sugar. So I'll just have a look. We're going to weigh out 250 grams of fruit.
So this would be quite a cost-effective way to make a coulis.
Yeah, definitely. Our family's really big on having crepes, so I love having a coulis on my crepes. Has been amazing. And then we're going to weigh in 75 grams of sugar. You can, with the Thermomix, if you're a person who doesn't want to use much sugar, you can reduce the amount, or you could use coconut sugar for this recipe as well if you wanted. So add that in, and then we just got our freshly squeezed lemon juice. So it's just a little bit. 15 grams, and then we just go next, and that's just going to blend. I'll show you what it's looking like now, and it's just going to blend up for 30 seconds on speed 10.
Can't hear a thing. So how often would you make a coulis, Jacqui? She can't hear me.
All right, so it says just to scrape down the sides of the mixing bowl.
How often would you make a coulis for?
Oh, they last a while because I normally keep some in a jar in the fridge, and you don't need a lot. So yeah, I'd make one every couple of weeks probably. So you can you see that? I'll try and tip it over so you can see it's gone into quite a liquid. And this in the recipe it has tips, so I was just reading through the tips and it said if you were using a fruit that's not as juicy like bananas or papayas, something like that, it says you can add around 50 to 75 grams of cold water just to make it the consistency you want. And you could also strain it through a sieve if needed, like if you want it very thin. But I can see already this is looking a nice consistency. So just go next. So a coulis doesn't cook for very long. It's only going to cook for 5 minutes at 90 degrees, and it's just going to slowly stir that.
Oh, okay. We're going to
Get that cooking.
Amazing. We're going to jump over to Ems, and she's going to show us what she's working on with 2 screens. There you go.
Sorry, I am just jumping up. My Thermomix decided to turn off while I was waiting. So I'm just making some butter tonight, so hopefully all goes well, but I'll be adding some garlic to it later on and using it for some scrolls that I made 2 days ago, but they've all gone already. So I'll I got a big jug of butter and it's nearly expired, so I thought, well, what's a better time to do it, because that's the best time to make butter is when the cream's on its due date. So I'll just go in here. And so I'm going to insert the butterfly whisk. And so I put it to the left of the big blade and flick it to the right. You probably could see it's twisted, and then it's when you pull up, it's locked in. That means you know that it's in the right place. Oops, we're going next. Notice this digital twin here. You can tell when I've put the took the bowl off and put it back on again. And now I'm going to add my cream. I think it's actually just short of 700, but it was more than the last. I'm going to have to. I meant to change the quantity back down to the 600 one, but it's the same process, so I'll just carry on. I'll tick it off manually. Oh, and so the butterflies in. Tuck that on. Get my hat. And we'll start whipping it.
Amazing. So it's going to take 1 minute. So we're just going to jump back to Tamara and see where she's at.
And pour your. Well, that couldn't have been more perfect timing. Christa's just blended up her filling for her tray bakes last year. So what have you done in there, love?
So we have put in banana, some milk, natural yogurt, an egg, and some vanilla, and it's just a nice creamy liquid. So the next step is adding the flour. So put 300 grams of flour.
I love how you can just pour straight from the bag. No need for measuring cups.
Yeah.
Very handy. Less dishes.
So good. And if you run out of self-raising flour, super easy to make your own as well. Like if you've got plain flour and some baking powder, just work out the quantities, make yourself a nice jar of self-raising. You don't need to have all the different flours anymore. You can just make them yourself. Caster sugar is the same. Take your raw sugar or your whole sugar, mill it down to caster, mill it down to icing. If you're making your own vanilla essence and stuff, you know, making your own vanilla sugar with that vanilla pod at the end could be really cool as well.
And that's it. We're going to mix it for 5 seconds. And then it's ready to go into our mixing tray.
Very good. And on our Thermomix over here, we've still got about 6 minutes left of steaming time. But just to recap, that we've got that that soup or sauce getting made at the bottom, those vegetables in the middle, and our chicken are on top. In the meantime, in the background, I've also got some carrot ribbons and some broccoli. The recipe does ask for zucchini ribbons, but depending on what you've got in your fridge at the time, seasonality is really important with cost. So, you know, whatever you've got to get used up in the fridge. What I will do in the 6 minutes after this is add these vegetables underneath the chicken in the tray, and then that will be steaming as well all together. So Christa's going to pop her beautiful mix. No lumps and bumps anymore in your cake batters. Nice and smooth with your Thermomix. We're adding some chocolate chips in now. So we've got milk chocolate, I think, here, but you could use your dark chocolate, white chocolate, if you want to change chocolate to nuts or something, or do a combination. We're folding that through. And now that is going to be either, if you were going to do it in a muffin tray, divide it into your muffin trays and you've got your individual banoffee muffins, or we're going to do our banoffee tray bake today. So using that Lamington tray from the mix shop, and Christa's going to demonstrate how easy it is just to load that all in there, and then we can still garnish it up really beautifully once it's ready.
I love that idea of using it in a different form, not just muffins.
Yeah, well, sometimes you don't want to fluff around with, you know, portioning and stuff, and there's nothing stopping you from cutting that into nice little squares or slabs or whatever you want to do once it's baked. So yeah, really easy.
So I'm just going to put some bananas on top.
Yeah, so if we were doing this in a muffin tray, we'd have our little bits of caramel in the bottom of each tray, but we've just got that nice layer on the bottom of our dish, adding some banana on top, and then that is going to go into the oven at 200 for 20 to 25 minutes until a skewer comes out clean. And it even tells you on the machine, so you don't need to try and reinvent the wheel. So if you're not a good baker, if you get things wrong, your Thermomix has you back with every recipe too. So very awesome.
Awesome. I'm going to check in on Jacqui now.
Oh, hello. Oh, there we go. So that's just finished maybe 1 minute ago or something. Hang on, I'll lean that over so you can see. It's beautiful consistency. It does say to let it cool down a little bit. I've actually got some of our new vacuum seal jars, so I'm going to use that for the first time. They just arrived yesterday. So I'll be able to keep that in the fridge, and I'm just going to serve it on some banana and a bit of coconut yogurt, just a drizzle on there.
Perfect dessert. So how else would you serve a coulis?
We love it with our crepes. You could put it with some cream or something with a bit of a cake, or so many ways that you can. It just makes things look a little bit fancy.
Show us what it looks like.
Oh, I think it's probably was a bit hot still, but
okay.
Yeah, that's sort of
It looks amazing.
Looks nice, but I love the berry one, probably the favorite. You could even put it in like a little squeezy bottle if you want to get a bit fancy with it. It's really nice if you're having people over, and just adds a little nice touch.
Great for a pav as well, right?
Oh yes, that'd be good for Christmas time, right?
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go check how Ems is doing. How you going, Emma? Are you there? Oh, sorry, I gotta unmute you.
I think Ems will have to do that herself.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry. I came running back and it was a bit of I couldn't find my mouse. So what I've actually just finished doing is straining the butter through the, what is it called?
Basket.
The basket. And and putting it into a dish for the buttermilk. And so now I've just got a big solid lump of butter and I'm going to shape it and put it in some buns that I made earlier. So I'll show you that once it's all done. And I'm going to buttermilk with some chicken that I've got for tea tomorrow night.
What other flavors have you tried with your butter?
I've done the garlic and herb one quite a lot. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to try cowboy butter actually, but haven't had the courage.
Is that made with real cowboys, Ems, or what do you put in?
Nah.
I've tried it. It's really nice on sweet corn.
Yeah, okay.
Fresh sweet corn. So yeah, but I haven't tried it with a real cowboy.
Find them first.
How are you going, Jodie? Let's check in how you are. Oh wow.
All right. So I wish you could see how much it had risen. So I've taken it out of there. I've smashed it down and given it a nice roll. And I've sprinkled that gorgeous mix of cheese and spinach. I'll just shut those so you can't see all my stuff in there. Spinach and cheese all through there. And now what I'm going to do is hopefully it's going to play ball and roll up really nicely. Now I did sprinkle a little bit of flour for this part on here. But we're just going to roll it. Please, please work.
I saw someone rolling it with the mat the other day. I thought that was a great idea.
Right.
Yeah.
You've just got to kind of start at first to lift it off, and then you should be able to go like that really nicely. But I'm thinking I might not have put enough flour on maybe.
Yeah.
But I take full responsibility for that one. Nothing to do with the mat here.
So
All drivers.
If you didn't have any spinach, what else would you put on these scrolls?
Like I said, the Vegemite ones are really, really nice. I have used silver beet as something different. I think the fun part about Thermomix is that even though you've got these amazing recipes as guidance, you can put in what flavors that you like. One I quite liked was a bit of spring onion. So kind of like a cheese and onion scroll. It's just all someone said that would be nice. Sun-dried tomatoes and olives. Oof. Yes, Justine. So yeah, whatever your flavor palette is, you can kind of mix it up. But yeah, the spring onion one, I'm a cheese and onion toasty girl. So that's a really, really nice one for me.
Yum.
So there we go. Nice and rolled. Give it a nice roll back as well. And then from here, what we're going to do, just turn it back, is leave as a long row and onto a prepared baking tray, and then we can slice it up. And then this is where it's going to become actually our little scrolls.
Perfect. So if you guys don't have one of these amazing dough mats, it's actually available as a host reward when you host a cooking experience with some friends, as well as the loaf tin together. So they make a really great combo. And we're going to jump over back to Tamara.
Welcome back, team. Hope you're not getting car sick with watching us. I believe Christa has filled up her bowl with some water and a bit of dish soap. And this is one of the best selling things on our Thermomix. It actually cleans itself. And with the new visuals, all of the different specs on our TM7, it's got like a visual to see how dirty your bowl is. So for this one here, we're probably just going to do a quick rinse or a universal because it was just that cake mix, so nothing too crazy. But if you were doing a dough, browning, or some fat and caramel, making your honeycombs, your caramels and sticky stuff, you could do a specific mode for that. So that's just going to go there. While you were with Jodie, I have taken off my Varoma. Now, be very careful because obviously a steam burn is different to an oil burn or a sugar burn. They all hurt just very differently. They all hurt. Lifting away from you and just to the side. So you don't want that dripping of the hotness to come to you. Similar to that, okay? And then all I did before was take the chicken off, and I've introduced those vegetables underneath. So that is just finishing cooking for another 2 minutes. As we go through, we'll take the whole Varoma aside. And if you have got one of those beautiful thermo servers, you could keep everything nice and warm in that as you're finishing your dish. Or you could plate that up and then keep your soup that we're going to blend a little bit later in that instead. And we'll go through on there. Our cake is now in the oven, and we've got some beautiful pantry staples to show you that we've made in our Thermomix too. So between Christa and I, we can kind of teach you a few more things that you can make if you haven't thought about it in your Thermomix. So the first thing would be your Milo, your hot chocolate powder. If the kids love it, I remember eating it by the tablespoon, not like mixed in everything, just as is as a kid. So you can make that a lot healthier for your kids. And also staying on the liquid drinks, the chai tea powder, or you can make a chai tea syrup. So I don't even know how much one of those costs from a cafe, but I can't justify it. Another thing you can make, coming into barbecue season, your different barbecue sauces. So you've got your spice rubs and stuff like that. But maple barbecue sauce, how good on a piece of pork or a piece of chicken, or if you're vegetarian, probably nice on a big slab of tofu or corn on the grill. And Christa, what else have you got there?
So we have the tandoori paste, and this is actually such a good one. I've made a big bunch of the tandoori paste, and I've made on pasta, and I use the tandoori paste. And yesterday I made mince, and my son asked me, "Is this butter chicken on everything now? butter mince and butter pasta." So yeah, very versatile. You can use it in anything.
Lovely on a pizza base too, if you haven't done that yet.
Ooh. And then we have the Cape Milan paste, which is a South African. It's almost like the tandoori one, but just a bit stronger and really, really tasty. And a good one as well is the bagel seasoning. And this one you can use, is very versatile. You can use it for a lot of things. So yeah. What else do we have there?
I mean, it's endless. What I like to do with my new customers is quiz them a little bit. What would you like to be able to make in your Thermomix? Let's see if there's a cookie dough recipe. And if not, we've got another platform we use called the Recipe Community. And that was around long before cookie dough, back in the TM31, TM5 days, where you'd have a recipe chip on the side. So you'd have to document how you're making your beautiful recipe. So I often say, have a look on cookie dough first, head over to the recipe community, and then when you're getting more confident with your Thermomix, you can head along to one of our cookie dough classes and learn how to put your own recipes in there too, which I think Jules is about to go and take us on a bit of a ride through some information now, if I'm right. Am I right?
Through cookie dough.
Cookie dough and just the other things that you had ready to go. I reckon that's a good time while I finish up here.
Yeah, cool. Let me trust me with the screen sharing.
100%. You are all over this. We might go over a little bit of time, team, tonight. So if you've got capacity, stay on and you'll be able to see the end results of all of our dishes. If you can't stay on and past that, we will send the recording out to you. But it's great to be on in time, and you can ask those questions as you see them happening as well. So stay with us.
Oh, that is one of the things I really love about being a consultant is all the tips and tricks you learn along the way with helping customers and getting together with your team. So this is Cookie Dough. We have a 30-day free trial if you haven't checked out Cookie Dough yet. And when you purchase the machine, you will also get 3 months free on top of that. So we have an explore page where you can search for different recipes. So like a main, snacks, drinks, desserts, all of those things in a click of a button, which is awesome. And this is just an example of recipes I've bookmarked or collected along the way into collections. You can also schedule what you want to make. So here we've actually got what we've been making tonight down on today's menu. And we can obviously forward those recipes on to you as well. And if you love being a planner and doing your groceries all organized so you're not overbuying, you can actually pop everything that you are planning to make for the week into your shopping list. So here I have already added things to my shopping list. I've got ingredients for meatball subs, Rocky Road, sub rolls, and a Turkish burek. So yeah, that's how I can start creating my shopping list. And if I've already got these ingredients, I can just tick them off as I go before I go to the supermarket. So yeah, it's a super handy function. And I'm just going to skip back to the main screen to see what Tamara is doing. You're on mute. Are you mixing? Okay, cool. So, how are you going, Ems? Have you got any butterproof?
I am all finished. My machine's just nicely cleaning itself while I do nothing.
Oh, okay.
And I put my butter with some buns that I made earlier.
Wow, that looks incredible.
So, and the butter milk is all in my vacuum seal container, all chicken thighs for tomorrow night's tea.
Oh, perfect. So you're using the buttermilk to marinate your chicken. Are
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are you gonna fry it? Make some burgers?
Most likely on the barbecue. If my husband gets us on the way.
Nice. And what bun recipe did you use?
I'll just bring it up actually. I was just thinking about that. It's on my recently cooked with everything else. That was the scrolls that I made. That was absolutely beautiful. That's a recipe community recipe as well. It was the pull apart sunshine bread.
Oh, amazing. I haven't tried that one.
It's absolutely covered in cheese and bacon. So
Sounds
there you go.
perfect. Yum. I wish you lived closer.
I was
Cool.
actually just about to season them with some salt flakes.
Nice. How are you going, Jodie? Have your scrolls in the oven?
They are. So I probably could have wrapped them a little bit tighter, but this recipe calls for your oven to not be preheated. So 200 degrees, put them straight into a cold oven. A couple of recipes use that. One of the other ones, just looking at their butter and drooling, I made some of the buns, and I made some garlic butter, and I did very similar. Put the garlic butter in the middle so everyone could make their own, garlic bread. So it's kind of a cool way to bring everyone in to doing something at the table. But I love that. But yes, they're in the oven. Sorry, totally off topic.
No worries.
In the cold oven now for 25 minutes. So we've got about 20 minutes left to go on these.
So they'll be great for the lunch boxes tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, yes. If yeah, they will be 100%.
Cool. Thank you so much. Right. We'll see what Tamara is doing, and I can also.
The cat's here now. Yes. Right, so the cat has figured out that the chicken is ready, so he's come to play. This is Hutch. So, in a real nutshell, was we had all this vegetables in the simmering basket with our soup cooking underneath, and I just want to show you the quality and the thought that's gone into making all of your TM7 pieces. Your spatula slots into your basket, so imagine it's got hot rice or whatever in there. You can hook that straight out and not burn your fingers. We've tipped that leek potato into our sauce and blended that into a soup. Yes, buddy, I can hear you. And so you have your thermoserver of soup, or you serve that straight away. Then you've got your beautifully steamed chicken with whatever seasonings and stuff you want to do. And then you've also got your vegetables that we've created. So broccoli and carrots today. And so you can plate that up, chicken, broccoli, carrots. And what the recipe asks you to also do is leave a little bit of the soup inside and you make a sauce for your chicken. So you can add a little bit of mustard, a little bit of creme fraiche or yogurt, and that's going to be your chicken sauce. So you've got a nice entree of soup, a nice main with your chicken and veggies, and then you've got your banoffee tray bake in the oven. How good.
Amazing. I think your cat wants to become a consultant.
He does. He's asked me for his last 4 years, but unfortunately he doesn't have a car license or be able to work a Zoom, so I don't think he'd be very successful. But if we've inspired one of you on here tonight to look more into what we do as crazy consultants, you can see we're very authentic. We love what we do, very passionate, and we fit it around our business and our family. So Jules will have a little bit more information of some offers that we have before we send you out. I'll try and plate this up for you, and maybe Jodie's scrolls will be ready to show you as well by the time Jules's finished all of her information. But take it home, Jules.
Oh, so yeah, at the moment we have this most amazing offer if you wanted to join our teams. It is called TM for you, and it means that you have 90 days to sell 4 machines and you get to keep your TM7 for free, which is insane, with no deposit. And you also, if you don't sell the full 4, you will get your machine discounted. And as you can see, we have so much fun together. We love food and sharing tips and tricks along the way. And yeah, if you are in the market just to purchase your TM7, it is 2849 and the delivery is going to be promised before Christmas. So it's a really good time to get in and make the most of your kitchen time with your Thermomix, so you can spend more time with your family and doing all those things that lead up to Christmas. The investment is so worth it when you think long term of all the mental space and food prep you can do with your time. So I'm just gonna, should I risk sharing another screen with you guys? And if you've got a consultant, we can I'll show you what the current host rewards are, and you can reach out to your consultant. They would love to do a demo with you. Let me just get myself organized. There we go. This is our latest, host reward catalog. It's filled with some gorgeous recipes that are available on Cookie-Doo. Just an example of what you can make in your Thermomix. And here are our current host rewards. So we actually have them discounted if you just host and nobody purchases. So we've got a muffin tray and cupcake carrier. These amazing new vacuum seal jars that were just sent out to consultants this week. And Jacqui showcased the smallest size. We've got the thermo server that you saw Tamara sharing to keep your food hot or cold for a couple of hours. And this amazing roasting dish that actually acts as 2 dishes to roast food on that Jodie shared with her. She was baking her scrolls with those. Got mixing bowls, the baking mat, and the rose gold tin, as well as those amazing cobalt vacuum cleaners. And I don't know if you spotted it, but on Tamara's bench, she had the new bamboo tea towels and brush. So those are the awesome rewards that you can get until the end of the month. I think Tamara's got them there. I'll just stop sharing. There we go. That's so luxe.
I tell you what, the bamboo tea towels are so soft but so freakishly absorbent.
Yes.
Which I've never owned a bamboo tea towel. They're amazing.
They're really, you kind of open it and go, I wish this was a beach towel, because you just want to be wrapped up in it. And you can just think how beautifully wrapped your dishes will feel and your Thermomix in its new bamboo towel. I've also got, if anyone's curious, the mini vac, which is also great. Especially if you as the wife are getting your Thermomix, how awesome would it be for your husband to get the mini vac as his little gift for Christmas this year? So these are all limited time offers. They are running out at the end of this month, including our Earn For offer. So depending if you've got a Thermomix on your bench already, or a TM7, and you want to come and earn a second one, you've got a 90-day program. 4 sales and the machine is yours, all for free. There's no deposit. From next month, we will be moving into a deposit with a 6 sale offer over 90 days. So 4 sales is easier than 6. Come have a go. If you've got that passion and if you find yourself raving to your friends and family about the Thermomix and how much it's changed your life, come and get paid for it, or come and help get some of that cost off the price of your TM7, or come and earn a TM7 for a family member. A lot of our people come on and do that because it's such a life-changing appliance, and so for a lot of people, they see the benefits and really want to help other people, and we love being able to help in our business as well. I've plated up our dinner tonight, so where's our picture? There we go. So you got your chicken, your carrots, your broccoli, your sauce on the top. We've got our beautiful bowl of soup just garnished up. I'll take a nice photo. And Christa has a beautiful, oh my god, that looks stunning. A beautiful banoffee banana. There it is. We will take professional photos of these on our professional phones, and in our follow-up email you'll get the recording, you'll get the photos, you'll get the recipes for everything we shared tonight with all the updates. So if there's been something you've missed or needed a bit more information on, we can fill in those gaps. But I cannot stress enough how amazing this Earn For option is. When I joined the business back in my day, 4 years ago, we were doing Earn 6, so 6 sales in a 60-day period, and we had to do an 80 deposit. So it feels like such a blessing to be able to get a Thermomix on your bench right now. You know, who do you know that could be those 4 people for you? Even if it's 1 or 2 or 3 people off the price of your Thermomix, how exciting could that be? Having a TM7 this Christmas, the possibilities, the people you're going to be in front of, the culture that we have is really beautiful in New Zealand as well, and across Australia too, but we are closer with our New Zealand team, obviously. And you get to hang out with us and do really cool stuff like get crazy and cook on a virtual like we've done. So if that sounds like a bit of you, or you know someone that would love a Thermomix, we do have our referral option as well. You can refer a sale to a consultant and you'll be rewarded with our Mix Shop vouchers. Host a demo, get those beautiful host goodies. We are changing those next month as well, so they will be a whole new catalog. So really important, if you're wanting something off that, you need a hosted demo within October to be eligible for that and redeem your host gift in October. Jules and I, as team leaders, we run cooking classes up and down our areas. So I have a sip and learn next week in Pocono. So if that is close to you, please come along. We'll do a cocktail, cheeky cocktail to start, and then a few recipes. Jules, have you got something coming up down your way too?
Yeah, I have got a Festive Fix, which is a Christmas-inspired cooking class on November the 8th. So yeah, I'll pop those details into the chat right now.
Beautiful.
So that everyone can see that.
Yeah, and make sure you sign up for the MyMix rewards on the Mix Shop, because just for signing up, you get a $15 voucher to use towards whatever you like. If you put your birthday date in there as well, you'll get a $10 voucher on your birthday. But we always have a Black Friday sale each year. So if you can find some things gathering up in your little, wish list, hold it until Black Friday and then go grab it then. As consultants, we get a 15% discount, which is pretty awesome. So another great reason to become a consultant, because on top of that Black Friday sale, we get our discount too. So, you know, perks of being part of us, but it's got to be the right time for you. But yeah, if it's not you, who is it that you know that needs to come and earn one of these crazy cool machines? I think that is all of us. Jodie, are you ready with your, is this still cooking? You're on mute, please.
Sorry, guys, we have 8 minutes left, but I just had a sneak peek and they look good.
That's awesome. So we hope we've inspired you in one way or another tonight, and maybe think creatively outside the box. If you've been stuck in a rut making those same Thermomix recipes over and over again, try something new, make a pantry staple, try a soup, try a salad, try a sauce. I've got a few customers that make their own sunblock and dishwashing tablets and stuff like that. So get crazy, get thinking. We're coming into Christmas. Instead of buying a gift, could you make a gift in your Thermomix for someone? Instead, I think it would mean a lot more to them. I don't have anything else from my side, so thank you so much from the bottom of your heart, my heart, and my people's hearts for sharing your, what day are we? Thursday with us. That's been heaps of fun. We've had a little bit of chaos here, and we love it. So thank you for being part of our world. Jules, over to you to close up.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys, for joining us. And I will add myself back to the spotlight. If you have any more questions or you want to take the next step and get yourself a Thermomix for Christmas, get in touch with your consultant. They would love to support you and yeah, get you started and support you on your journey with the Thermomix because it is so worth it. So yeah, thanks for coming along. We'll see you guys at our next cooking class or virtual.